14 years ago, in 2008, we had the financial crisis, and gold had crashed from $1,000 an ounce down to $700, silver from 22 down to 8, if I remember correctly. And I had some savings put aside, and I was thinking about buying some coins that I had thought about. And I was 21 years old. We're not talking a whole lot of money. I'm talking about $1,000 or $2,000. And I had just started working on my PhD at the time. I especially was looking for the 100,000 yen gold coin, because at the time it seemed like a no-lose proposition. Either gold or the yen was going to do okay. And I mean, 14 years later, that coin has done okay, and I think it still has a long ways to go. I would still recommend it if you can find it. Obviously, it's not a very high volume item, but when it comes up, it's a really good deal. So we're talking October 2008. At the time, we didn't have big box coin dealers like AppMax, like US Gold Bureau, like, you get the idea, right? So I went to eBay and I searched 100,000 yen gold to see what I could find. Not surprisingly, I didn't get any hits because it's not a very popular coin, right? It's kind of like if you wanted to buy a very exotic element on the periodic table. There is a market for it, but the volume of trading is so low that even though there might be a spot price, good luck getting anywhere near it, right? The volatility of one person entering is probably just going to shake everything, right? And so the market had just crashed. Who knew how long that bottom was going to last? I had to buy something, right? So I bought some Canadian junk silver, if I remember correctly. I bought some war nickels, which I got a really good deal on. At the time, I thought, this is a no-brainer because it's going for below silver. Well, not so fast, because it's hard to sell at silver price either, right? So it's hard to say. I got such a good deal that even if I sold them for a good discount relative to silver, I still did a whole lot better than somebody who bought a silver bar, right? Let's put it that way. The only problem is that they're heavy. That's the only problem, right? If you're into a lot of silver, you might not want to have $1 million worth of war nickels. That's another story for another time. Bottom line is I did very well shopping for coins for a couple days, if I remember correctly. But at the end of that shopping spree, something very disheartening happened. I'll let you pause the video to take a guess at what happened. Well, after I spent most of my life savings, finally that 100,000 yen gold coin shows up on eBay for a good price too, if I remember correctly. It was very disheartening. I still carry that feeling. Like every time I go buying a 100,000 yen gold coin, which I have a few of them, every time I buy one, I relive that situation all over again. Sometimes I'll be at a coin show and I see one, I buy it for a good price, and then after I pay for it, I tell the dealer about the story, and it's just become a very colorful story in my life, almost. Now the problem is that the story doesn't stop with that 100,000 yen gold coin. There's another aspect in life that has a similar flavor. We go shopping for this thing once, twice, maybe 3 times in our lifetime. And there's always the worry that we could have done better after we have finished the transaction, right? And fast forward to 2022, I am after it's been a good 15-month break, but I'm thinking about re-entering this market. But I always have the story that colors my impression when I go shopping in this market. And that's why, after 20 years of being involved in this, I still haven't purchased anything. Well, I guess I purchased an alternative thing that I really enjoy, but unfortunately the rest of society often doesn't accept me for who I am, right? It's kind of like buying an exotic metal that nobody appreciates and you don't profit from it. It's kind of like platinum these days, right? That's how I like to view it. Whereas everybody else has bought gold, and it might not have much industrial use, but they've gotten accepted for who they are, right? Anyway, I think this story has kind of held me back a couple times, right? There were 2 other times in my life when I could have jumped the gun, but unfortunately, the story of that 100,000 yen gold coin has haunted me, right? Anyway, thought I would tell a funny story. If you're shopping for coins, if you're shopping for the bottom of the market in the finances these days, if you're shopping for this other thing in life, you're shopping for a career, Just be mindful of this problem that could happen, right?